In a world on the brink of a new Cold War, Russia's recent actions have sent shockwaves through the global community. From advanced missile deployments to strategic alliances, the balance of power is shifting. But what does this mean for the future of international security? With every passing day, the risk of nuclear escalation grows. Is the world prepared for the outcome? Is the delicate peace of today's world hanging by a thread? Over the past few years, Russia has taken bold steps that challenge international norms. From the annexation of Crimea to the recent suspension of the INF Treaty, these moves have raised alarms worldwide. Today, we delve into the strategic decisions behind these actions and their potential consequences, examining how one nation's aggressive stance is shaking the very foundations of global peace. With nuclear tensions at an all-time high, the world's most powerful nations are heading towards an uncertain future. In 2025, Russia announced it would no longer adhere to its self-imposed moratorium on deploying nuclear-capable intermediate-range missiles. The intermediate-range nuclear forces in FLIDI, which had been a cornerstone of nuclear arms reduction for over 3 decades, was now effectively nullified. Russia justified this suspension, pointing to the missile systems deployed by the US and NATO allies in Europe as a direct threat to its security. Following this announcement, Russia began conducting a series of missile tests, showcasing its latest hypersonic weaponry. Among them was the RS-28 Sarmat, a powerful intercontinental ballistic missile designed to evade missile defense systems. This missile has the capability to reach the US in less than 30 minutes, carrying up to 10 nuclear warheads. The US and NATO quickly responded by bolstering their missile defense systems across Eastern Europe, especially near Russia's borders. Move by Russia raised fears of a new nuclear arms race, with both sides developing weapons capable of delivering devastating strikes. In response to NATO's growing missile defense systems, Russia unveiled its latest weapon, the Oreshnik missile. Capable of reaching speeds of Mach 10, this missile is designed to bypass most missile defense systems. The Oreshnik missile is equipped with multiple warheads, each capable of carrying either conventional or nuclear payloads, and its unpredictable trajectory makes interception nearly impossible. Strategically, Russia plans to deploy the Oreshnik missile system in Belarus by the end of 2025. This placement is crucial because it puts the missile within striking range of key NATO territories. The decision to deploy such advanced weapons closer to NATO's eastern borders is seen as a direct challenge to Western powers and a significant escalation of Russia's military presence in the region. This missile system adds another layer of complexity to an already tense situation. Belarus, which shares a border with several NATO countries, now house one of Russia's most advanced nuclear-capable missiles. Experts argue that this deployment could shift the entire security landscape of Europe and heighten the risk of direct military confrontation. Russia's aggressive stance has led to a chain reaction of diplomatic and military responses from global powers. The United States, in particular, has increased its military presence in Europe, repositioning nuclear submarines and conducting more frequent joint exercises with NATO allies. NATO has expanded its missile defense systems along the Eastern European front, particularly in countries like Poland and Romania. While NATO prepares for a potential conflict, Russia is not acting alone. Belarus, a key ally of Russia, has become a central figure in this new alliance. In response to Western sanctions and military pressure, Belarus has positioned itself as a mediator, facilitating back-channel communications between the US and Russia. Despite this, the situation remains tense, with both sides preparing for the worst. At the United Nations, tensions over Russia's actions have led to heated debates. Some countries, particularly in Europe, have called for sanctions and stronger diplomatic pressure. Others, however, argue for more dialogue to avoid a full-blown nuclear conflict. Global leaders are caught between preparing for war and maintaining fragile peace. Some experts argue that this heightened militarization and the failure of diplomatic efforts are indicators that a new Cold War is on the horizon. The world has seen a significant rise in defense budgets and military preparedness, signaling that nations are bracing for potential conflicts. As Russia and NATO continue to build up their nuclear arsenals, the risk of nuclear escalation becomes increasingly apparent. Experts are warning that the global security environment is rapidly deteriorating. Both sides have expanded their nuclear capabilities, modernizing their weapons and developing new systems like hypersonic missiles, which are faster and harder to intercept than traditional ballistic missiles. The global community has entered a precarious position where miscalculations or misunderstandings could lead to catastrophic consequences. During the Cold War, the world lived in constant fear of an all-out nuclear conflict, and it seems that fear is once again becoming a reality. However, the complexities of modern warfare, such as cyber attacks, misinformation, and artificial intelligence add new layers to the threat. These elements could make it harder to predict how nations will respond, leading to unintended escalation. At the heart of this nuclear race is the question of deterrence. While both Russia and NATO claim to seek peace, their military posturing suggests otherwise. Both sides continue to develop increasingly powerful weapons that could destroy the world as we know it in an instant. As the rhetoric intensifies and nations bolster their defenses, the question remains, are we on the edge of a new Cold War? Global security has never been more uncertain, With the future of nuclear arms treaties hanging in the balance, the world faces a crossroads. The next few months will be critical in determining the trajectory of global security. The stakes could not be higher, and the threat of nuclear escalation looms over us all. The path forward is uncertain. While diplomatic efforts continue, the balance of power is shifting. The world waits, uncertain of what tomorrow will bring. But one thing is clear, this conflict will redefine geopolitics for generations to come. Will cooler heads prevail, or will the world fall into the chaos of another nuclear arms race? As nations prepare for what lies ahead, only time will tell. What are your thoughts on the escalating tensions between Russia and NATO? Could this lead to a new Cold War, or is there still hope for peace? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analyses on global affairs.